Hey y'all, it's Echo Star Tarot, and today I will be reading from the Spirit Song and Cat Tarot for Capricorn, Scorpio, and Sag. But before we begin, I would like to mention that I do things in a very particular way, and they're all very intentional. So if you have any questions about my setup or about the way I do things, feel free to ask. But I will not be allowing random demands of putting rocks on my cloth or where my readings will take place, because my readings will take place wherever I feel called to take place. I have an indigenous background, so I have strong feelings about taking precious things out of the earth. I don't want to destabilize the earth or the ground. I want to provide the insects and the plants ground and foundation and a home. So I don't believe in buying or stealing crystals from the earth. So I will not be doing that. However, if I do have a rock that's given to me or something like that, I will be decorating it in my home with the feelings and love and intentions from the people who have given them to me. I won't discard them. Oh, my cat's crying. He wants to go outside. So, yeah. And also, incense is not good for you at all, or the air, so I will not be burning incense to clear the energy, because what it really does is cloud the energy, so I'm not going to be doing that. Instead, I will be clearing the energy in my own ways, through my own aura, through my own energy. I will not be burning chemicals in the air. And that's just my thing. If you have any more questions about that, I would love to talk about it in a separate video, but let's get on with this reading because my cat's going crazy. Hello everyone, my name's Echo Star Tarot, and today I will be reading a little differently than I usually do. It's going to be for Capricorn, Scorpio, and Sagittarius, and I will be reading for you each separately. Now, what is this video about? Well, I don't know yet. We'll have to see it. And then the title might give it away. But we're going to discover what you might be seeking through here, and then we'll talk about it. So I'm not sure what the future holds for us yet, but let's clear this before we begin. And we will begin at Capricorn. I will be using the Spirit Song Tarot once again, and then we'll be clarifying with the Cat Tarot. So let's get the first reading starting with Capricorn. And first we're going to use these cards just to find out what we're seeking or what we're talking about. Capricorn, what are you seeking? I'm so done. Okay, yeah. Like I said in the first video, I, as a Capricorn, am seeking peace and healing, and hopefully you are too. Collaboration and productivity, focus and stability. Wow. Let me center this for you guys. This is awesome. This is what we're seeking. Let's look deeper into this. So we pulled the star first, and ultimately everyone needs this, whether or not they're seeking this. Peace and healing. The swan is in this bubbly, lively water, but the waves also suggest that it's calm. So it's full of life, teeming with opportunity. And then I pulled the Three of Crystals next. It is bumblebee season. Perhaps right now is the time for collaboration and productivity. But here's these crystals sitting here. And in one of my short readings, I said be careful of light attractors. So when you're collaborating and you're being productive, make sure that you have that focus and make sure you have that stability of good collaboration. And, productful collaboration isn't always good collaboration. So use your focus to determine that. Because if you are truly seeking peace and healing, you'll have the right kind of collaboration and the right kind of productivity. Because you, as the Emperor, know what it takes. You know. So I'll keep this right here. And then we'll pull out our Cat Tarot to talk a little bit more about our personal lives. Thank you. And let's clear this deck. So Capricorn, what do we need to work on? This came face down, so I'm gonna do that and we'll reveal it. What do we need to work on? Okay, this was a lot, but maybe we'll take a look at this as a side note. I don't know why it's telling me not to keep it as a main card, but a clarifying card. But I'm gonna do that. What else? I didn't even get to ask. What the hell? Okay. Lots of cups. Okay. 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 We're done. I felt like something was about to get exposed if I continued. Maybe we will expose it, depending on the message. First, let's see what this is. Oh! We got this in another reading. I'm not sure if I posted it or not, so I can't reference it to you. I'll look back, or if you've seen it, you know. Okay, so we started with this face down, so this is something that does not want to be known. This is something that might be a little, it might hold a little shame with you. I don't know why. Let's see. And I can't even find the Five of Swords. Okay, here we go. Surrender doesn't mean relax. It means defeat and loss. Your position at the forefront, seeming larger and more powerful than the cats behind you, speaks to the growth and healing you've achieved. That said, you can't ignore that backs are turned. There's discord here too. You may be holding on to bad habits, doubts, and fears. If you can let go and compromise a little, even more progress lies ahead. It won't be easy, but the destruction and conflict can be resolved. There might be people here who are misunderstanding you. You might be a little strong in your words and direct. And since you're so direct from your heart, that's intimidating and also off-putting, and it even comes off as brazen maybe. Especially nowadays, people are hardly direct with their heart. People always go, well, I kind of think this, or I kind of feel this way, but I'm not sure. And you are very sure. because you know your truth and you know your goals. So that can be really off-putting and intimidating towards certain people who might have, look at me, who might have a certain kind of fragileness to communication, to their throat. But let's keep going. I don't want to give you any advice on these people because I don't know who these people are. They might be your allies. And I have a feeling they are your allies. But there's something that they're fundamentally misunderstanding, either about you or about life in general. That's misunderstood through you. But I think you have to act with kindness on these people. I don't think they actually mean whatever they're presenting. I think there's some riff here in between on both sides. Both sides, there's something going on. And it's more than just one person that feels this way. It's a few. Even though there's a couple here. It might be a couple to a few. It's not just one person. It might be a certain group of people. Moving on to the Two of Cups in reverse. Things aren't looking quite too rosy. The good news is that you have solid instincts and you should trust them. If something smells like old fish to you, there's a reason for that. You can still work to slowly, consciously rekindle connection. So this is the clarifying card. Do you want to rekindle connection? It sounds like it might be good for you. And this is not romantic, by the way. This is school, work, group related. So let's read the 8 of Cups in reverse. Time to turn off the faucet and take a long, hard look at yourself. It isn't easy to examine our feelings of disappointment, of simply not having attained enough. But clinging to the past isn't serving you either. You know when it's the right time to take action. We're holding a grudge, maybe. Maybe they misrepresented you and you feel wronged. But really they're just trying to understand you. So you have to give them a little clarity for that without any anger in your heart. Just know when people misrepresent you, it's because they don't know you. And you should be known. You're a great person. You're seeking peace and healing. And I think you're seeking it for all. Because you're collaborating. You want to collaborate. You want to focus. You want the stability and productivity. You want to move with these people. You want to get the water flowing with these people. But right now, everyone is being a rock. We gotta break down these rocks. In you and in these people. So let's keep reading. We got the Knight of Cups. So many cups. In reverse. Sadly, the Knight brings the news of disappointment and unfulfilled dreams and dashed hopes. Your emotions have led you to a place you can't get unstuck from. Be on the lookout for someone who is not as they appear. Nobody needs the manipulation, jealousy, and drama. Oh, great. Yeah, that's something you need to be careful of, because even though all of this is happening and there are good people in this group, there are some bad people in this group that are just too emotionally unintelligent to work with you. They're only going to see you as, I don't know, instead of strong, arrogant, instead of speaking from the heart, you're loud, or there's just something that is so insecure about them. They're going to be trying to bring you down. So please, even though it says disappointed, do not be disappointed. Be expecting of this. I mean, you can be disappointed. You're so allowed to feel disappointed, but just know that there are people out there that you have to discern from. And the way you can discern from that is if they're happy for you, or if they're willing to listen, or if they want to work with you, if they're not scared to share their thoughts and feelings with you as you share your thoughts and feelings with them. I think those people are the people you want to keep in your corner, that are worth reconciling with. Yeah. Because if you will be missing a few opportunities if you don't go back to this group and just keep being yourself. I think once you are around long enough, they'll know that your personality is not a personal attack on them. That's just what I'm getting. Anyway, let's read the Hierophant. You're misunderstood a lot because of how strongly driven you are, or strongly feeling you are. The card represents those who choose their own path. You're independent, and that is intimidating. House cats aren't pack animals, and neither are you. That's why you stand out. You're not conforming to whatever this is. You are your own person. Even if this is an inclusionary group, you still feel out of place because you are just completely different, not only from how you are, but your mindset, not just by how you look, but the way you feel is completely different from anyone else. It's just stronger. And that's just more intimidating. You are your own independent person with your own autonomy, and that is different. And the King of Pentacles. This king likes the finer things in life, and he's entitled. He's worked for everything within his reach. Are they calling you entitled because you've worked for everything you've got? You see the misrepresentation here? You're a hard worker, but they see you as entitled. Anyway, although perhaps he's not as clever as the Queen, his big ambitions mean big rewards. You have so much to offer these people, and if you inspire them correctly, they will have so much to offer to you as well. This can be a transfer of productivity and collaboration and focus that creates stability for all. But you're going to have to work through some shit if you think it's worth it. Giant jars of rewards even. Abundance is great, but he warns you to make the most out of your treats. Yeah. You don't want to necessarily burn any bridges because those bridges are opportunities of connection, collaboration, productivity in this setting. So let's get one word of advice, one card of advice for Capricorn. What should we be doing? You have to figure out your exact ambitions and make a choice. It's going to be hard to make this choice because there's going to be lots of challenges and lots of opportunities for growth. This seems like the next season in your life, the next episode. Blue lobster, for example. Blue lobster, one of the most rarest lobsters you've ever seen, is surrounded by these rainbow shells. And we also have a little shell here. You could be protecting this little shell. But you might not have many choices to choose from. So you have to use your ambition to make the most out of what you have. And that is a jar of bountiful treats. Now, the Five of Acorns is interesting because it calls for transformation. And this was in reverse when I pulled it, so I don't think there's anything getting in your way, but I think if there's nothing getting in your way, there's not that many chances for growth. So there will be multiple challenges and multiple opportunities for growth through this adventure. But it will be worth it in the end. You have to inspire ambition. And that's not easily done. But for some reason, you're being called to be the natural leader. You're being called to be a leader. And you're not one to be an authority. You're not one to even want to be looked up to, maybe. But you are. Sorry. Too bad. You are a leader. Sorry. People see you. People see your light. People see your goals. People see your heart. People hear you. Even if some people get scared about what you say or how strongly you say it or how sure you are of yourself. But you're only sure because you've gone through all of this. You have this deep wisdom in you that people are attracted to or intimidated by. And you have to learn to work with those kinds of people because that's most people. A lot of people have different kinds of insecurities, including Capricorns, right? And we're just going to have to work with each other to get the best outcomes for everyone. And that was your reading, Capricorn. I hope you have a great day. Let's give you a couple buttons. Two more. Oh, we have a super cute yellow flower button. I haven't seen that yet. These are your buttons. We have 4, 2, 4, 4. That's 12, 13, 14. So look out for the number 14 or 444. Try to look for 444 or 222. Four, 5, 6, 11, 15. So this is funny because there's so many different kinds of buttons. There's so many different colors, different type, different color, even different transparency, shiny, flower, dark, opaque. But in the middle here is a flower, and it represents a sun. And you have to shine a light on these people with kindness and love. Don't do it out of anger. Even the bad ones, even the people who are out to get you, do not face them with anger, because you know who those people really are. They are just other people who are deeply insecure, and the only way that they know how to do things is to talk down on people or to diminish other people's light to make them seem brighter. But at the end of the day, they don't have any of the light that this light has. It outshines all of them. And that's not to say that these people are lesser. These people just need a little more guidance, a little more security in their heart and their soul. And you are there to inspire that in them. Regardless of who they are, regardless of how dark their soul is, regardless of how cloudy it is, you know And you can see right through these people, so make sure you're patient with them. It's going to be really hard to be patient with these kinds of people, but it'll be worth it in the end, because what you're doing is you're creating peace and healing for not only yourself, but for all of these other people too that are intimidated by you or off-put by you in any way. And it's not for your image. None of this is for your ego. This is for your soul and everyone else's soul growth. You will help these people level up, and that's why you're a natural leader, because you do that anyway. So, your numbers here are 444. Also look out for the number 14. You got a lot of stability here. You got a lot of light. And these people are scared from it or intimidated by it. And it's your job to show them that they can have it too. That's your calling right now. Whether you like it or not, people are going to be inspired by you and look up to you. So make sure it's who you really want to be. How you're presenting yourself. And it's really frustrating dealing with people like this, but you have to give them grace. You have to. Because obviously they haven't lived through your kind of life. They don't know. Alright, I love you, Capricorns. I'm moving on to Scorpio. We will be reading for you today on Spirit Song Tarot. So let's get a few cards of the general things that you are striving towards. Are you striving towards love? Are you striving towards career, peace? What are we focusing on today? Four of Shells. Oh, you're soul searching. A reevaluation. Contemplation and wisdom. That was flipped upside down, but I flipped it up immediately. Hope and readjustment. And these cards are calling to me too, although I did not do this with Capricorn. But I feel like we might have to read with Spirit Song Tarot. And I read with the Cat Tarot, so in the Capricorn reading. So let's see what we got here. This was first, so I'm just going to put it here so I don't mess myself up. Okay. So our main goals as Scorpio, we're soul searching and we're reevaluating what we want, because it seems like we've been thinking about our goals and our, not just our goals, but what is important to us in general. For example, beauty and abundance, peace and compassion in reverse, choice and trust. We are redefining our soul, because the Empress is all about beauty and abundance. You got that one down. But you're going to have to do some soul searching and reevaluating, because you're feeling a little less satisfied on who you are now. And you're not exactly sure why. You feel like you could have more or be more, but you're already this beautiful Empress with a lot of contemplation. Because what we're lacking here, what we're seeking, is peace and compassion. And for some reason, you are not finding peace and compassion, even though you have this abundance, you have this beauty, you have all of this choice, and you have all of this trust with your partner. You have everything. But for some reason, you have to think about, what is it that you actually want now that you have everything that you want? What's missing? You're living a great life. And you're hoping to readjust something so you can find this peace and find this compassion. So you might have all the ingredients you need. You just have to figure out how to put them together. And you choose to love your partner, and you choose to trust your partner, because you two are tied in this timeline. I feel like you've already found your love. And now what you're looking for is perhaps your spirit fulfillment, I think. Because the first one we have is soul searching. This is what we're doing here. This is what we need. And this is what we have. This is what I got here. You have beauty, abundance, hope, readjustment, choice, trust, contemplation, and wisdom. You're almost there, Scorpio. I feel like you're almost there. I'm going to take these cards away and just put them off to the side to remind myself of you. This is what we're seeking. This is what we don't have necessarily. Alright, Scorpio, let me clear this. And we'll be reading from the Cat Tarot to give more clarity on what maybe we're lacking right now, or what we're seeking for right now. Scorpio, that's too much. Scorpio, what are you seeking? What, Scorpio, what needs to be heard? What needs to be seen? What needs to be spoken? And how can we do this? No. That's a Capricorn reading. I think I need to... Oh. I keep getting a crazy amount of cards for you. They're not flipping right. Someone's fighting me. Someone's fighting. Someone's fighting. Stop. Oh my god. Okay, this card kept jumping out. And this card kept jumping out. So we're gonna take it. Now, these cards are filled with blue. That is interesting. Okay. So we started with the Hanged Man and the Ace of Wands in reverse. But the Hanged Man talks about patience, and it stops being a virtue after a while. Eventually the shoe will drop, and you probably should too. Although it looks like doom and danger, this card isn't the disaster it appears to be. Are you being too patient? Let's see. The Ace of Wands talks about, in reverse, if you can't quite seem to reach your creative goals or find a new opportunity, don't give up. Rethink your plans and take a fresh swipe at your dreams, this time with full commitment. Oh! So your peace will come through you, obviously, through your own accord. And maybe you didn't jump to your goals with full heart, full compassion. And that's why the Hanged Man's here. He isn't on the branch all the way. He's barely even halfway. He's got his foot on the stick, but you just need to jump to the ground and then get a better footing on your foundation before you leap up into your next goal. Because you're going to reach it. You just have to do it with full heart. You just have to do it with your full heart. Queen of Pentacles. Maybe you didn't have such a solid foundation before and now you do. So now is the time to just swipe it all clean and redo it with the determination and compassion that you now have. The Queen of Pentacles speaks of nurturing, supporting, and you're strong and loving and creative and successful. You have everything because you put on your paws-on approach to the task in front of you. She's incredible, astute, and willing to keep at it until the tree is out of the maze. If she sounds ideal, that's because she is. These are the standards to aim for. Hell yeah. You have the recipe for success. You just need to step back and think about your approach more. Because the Three of Pentacles in reverse talks about focusing on the task at hand by, be it hunting prey or gnawing on cardboard, it's distracting you from the bounty available to you. When you stop and take a good look around, you'll see that the rewards are yours for the taking. Don't get bogged down by this one stick when you can jump up on any tree, on any other tree. Maybe it's just not this one stick you've jumped on. That's the right stick for you. Queen of Swords in reverse is the Queen's downfall is being a bit too self-critical, a result of her perfectionism. Oh, you've been on that stick for a long time. You've been on that stick for a long time, and you think you don't have any rewards or anything, but you do. Just get off that stick. Her direct style of communication can come across as spiteful and haughty, and ad-led by a painful past. Some say she can be aloof and withholding of her affections. And then, of course, the Tower. The Tower is a foundation you've built carefully over time. Isn't that funny? Okay. Yes, okay. The lightning strikes seen through the window tells us that this unexpected change comes from a source far greater than ourselves. If you feel you have no power or control, two cats dive from the tower, clearly startled and unsure of what's happening. Falling down, you're humbled. But what if you leap? It's kind of beautiful how this was the first card and this is the last card, because this is your problem and this is what you need to do. And everything in between is the result of this. Yeah, so this stick, this tree, isn't even a tree that will serve you in the way that you want it to. You're gonna have to find a different approach on this opportunity, because this opportunity that's given to you is meant for you. It is. But your approach, or maybe your mindset, maybe you just need to take a step back, because you have all the tools to get what you want, but maybe the tree that you're barking up isn't even the thing that it says. I'm getting a little deception, and I don't know if that's self-deception or other people deceiving you, but what you're looking for is not where you're looking. So you need to be looking around a little more broadly, and you'll find Hi. You'll find everything that you want. My cat is scratching his face on my phone. I apologize. But he's making a cameo. Okay. I have never been so happy to see the tower here. Because I've been saying that this is what needs to happen. You need to leap down. Don't be hanging here any longer. It's just keeping you stuck. Leap down off this fake tree. It's not even a real tree. Anyway, let's get you some buttons. Ooh, we got lots of buttons. That's a really pretty gradient, actually. That flower is ugly, but we love her anyway. I love that. That's cute. Oh, there we go. Isn't this interesting? It's a light gradient. It goes from light to lighter, or no, it goes from lightest to light to medium to dark. And then out pops this flower. You don't want this tree to muddy you out and take your light, only to produce this ugly flower? Oh, no. You don't want to go that way. You want to go this way. Your flower that has bloomed may have to die, may have to go back into the dirt, and able to grow into a sprout, and able to get petals so that you can get your full flower. And it's going to look a lot different from what you have right now. What your end product is going to be very different from what you've expected, but it's going to be a lot more concentrated, a lot more powerful, and a lot more filled with light. So we have 444, and that's your number today because my cat is crying. 444. Thank you for this reading, Capricorn. Get out of here, Capricorn. Thank you for this reading, Scorpio. We are now going to move on to Sagittarius. Sag, we are going to figure out what you are seeking, or what the issues are, or perhaps what in life you are dealing with. What is the topic of today, Sagittarius? Fulfillment, celebration, the Chariot, discipline, determination, and Ace of Crystals, manifestation and prosperity. You want to be fulfilled. You want to have that celebration of life. You want life to be exciting. You're in this unknown world. Sorry, that's my cat. It's sunny. He wants to go out in the sun. But I'm not going to do that right now. We'll do that soon, baby. We'll do that soon. Okay. The world is amazing because it's filled with opportunities and mystery in life. And you have the sun here even though you're in the ocean. Cat, can you get out of my camera? Thank you, baby. Anyway. Pleasant surprises inbound, okay. The sun's kind of following you a little bit. Even though you're in this deep, dark blue water, you're not really, because look, you're glowing. And you see it's teeming with life and opportunity here. You have so much opportunity to manifest and to prosper. But you have to be disciplined and determined to know which way to swim. Which way should I go? So now that we have this in mind, that this is our goal here, this is what we should talk about. Let's set this up. Well, let's talk a little bit more about these guys. We have water, earth, and then both. But all of these things are very exotic to me. All of these things, living in the US, all of these things, other than the whale, of course, seems like you need to go out, or you have an opportunity to go out and travel. If you have a goal in mind to go abroad or study abroad, or even just to take a vacation somewhere, I think right now is the time. But there's something about discipline and determination that I want to uncover here. Mr. Mo. So let's read from our cat tarot, and I will clear the deck. For Sagittarius, I'll clear this deck. Alright, Sag. What are some things that we need to work on? What are some things that need to be known here in order for us to travel the world and have this fulfillment and celebration of our manifestations? How can we prosper with our discipline and determination? What are some issues that we need to be working on right now for Sagittarius? So this is what we got. And we will be reading this. So, King of Cups. The King of Cups seems to have it all. He's warm, charming, wise, and sensitive. He's not afraid of intimacy or commitment, as the anchor shows us here, and he likes a good lap cuddle as much as anyone. But he is also a master of self-discipline. So be prepared to give him a little space. He's deeply connected to the water. The dolphins on the wall represent his instincts for what lies beneath. Okay. He is deeply connected to the water. The dolphins on the wall represent his instincts for what lies deep beneath the surface. Oh my god. Okay. Trust that kindness and generosity are the key to setting sail. Kindness and generosity. The tides are changing and you have some decisions to make. Let's bring this up a little bit. Okay. The tides are changing and you have some decisions to make, likely around getting your paws on the possessions you crave. The infinity shape of the green ribbon suggests that endless possibilities are abound. Still, this can be a time of stress, so keep an eye out on your treats and don't get distracted. Seek balance and avoid pressure to rush into any decisions or agreements. And there's a knot here. So people might be seeing how much you have in your soul, in your heart, and in your wallet, perhaps, because you are traveling here or you're seeking some sort of next goal, next transformation. And you have the Chariot, which will drive you forward with discipline and determination. So I feel confident that you're able to discern when to wait and when to go. So let's read the Age of Pentacles first. On the other hand, an unwillingness to learn, an incomplete education, and a lack of ambition will get you exactly where you think. Nowhere. Victory isn't dropped in your lap. There are no miracles, but diligence will get you there, no matter how boring that sounds. So this belongs to the Chariot as well. That's funny. Okay, let's read the Knight of Pentacles. In reverse, you're trying too hard and it's putting everything off kilter. Your ego's in the driver's seat, which is clouding your vision and could lead to a real mess. Take a step back and reconsider whether or not you already have enough. This was the last card. And we're talking here about manifestation and prosperity. You have enough. You don't need any more than what you have here. So you're trying to figure out what to do with it. What to do with it here. I have all these fulfillments. I have all these things. How can I celebrate them? How can I continue? How can I continue to enrich my soul? And what the Chariot here is telling me that you need the discipline and determination to figure that out. With the right people. You may have too many people around you that are greedy, too many people around you that are superficial. Sure, they want to see you grow, but in what way? They want to see you grow, but why do they want to see you grow? Do they want to see you grow so that you can take them on your yacht with your paid expenses? You might be hanging out with the wrong people here because I'm seeing a lot of blue. I'm seeing water, vacations. I'm seeing you here as the captain. But you're not fulfilled with what you have right now because you're trying to look out into the world and find your fulfillment, even though you fulfilled so many other things. I'm not sure if you fulfilled, you're fulfilled in love, because you're for sure fulfilled in finances, and you're for sure fulfilled in social connections, but I don't feel any love here. I don't. All I feel is love for money here. And I think true fulfillment for you is going to be a celebration of life. Are all of your actions, all of the things that you're doing, are they meaningful to you? Do you feel fulfilled in spending money? Do you feel fulfilled in what you're doing? Is this who you really are? Are you really a sailor on a yacht watching the dolphins with these people? Do they know your favorite color? Not color of clothing. Maybe your childhood's favorite color. Are you in this cage? Or are you out of this cage? And if you're out of the cage, are you in a bigger cage? Go out and make genuine connections. I think you're stuck in a corporate mindset. And I think once you're able to have the discipline and determination of how to handle your money, or where your money goes, or how your money affects the world and the people around you, I think you'll be able to have much more fulfillment and much more celebration with those different groups of people that you meet along the way, with your different sets of determination and fulfillment. So overall, Sag, you're doing a way better job in life than most people. But are you feeling fulfilled? Are your goals really in line with your soul fulfillment? For example, if you're seeking comfort, does buying a yacht in the middle of the ocean actually provide you comfort? Do you feel comforted when you when you're surrounded by friends who cling on to every word you say, but only because you house and feed them on your yacht, as an example. I'm just using this as an example. I don't know why I'm using the yacht as an example. I think it's just because I see so much water here. And I see that you're traveling. Or you're thinking of traveling. Right? We don't want to pull a Taylor Swift, right? We don't want to pour oil and gas in the very oceans that bring us peace and love and happiness. We don't want to pollute those precious, sacred things. What is money even, really? What are friends who don't know you? So, I think if you continue your search of fulfillment, you'll find out a lot more about yourself and a lot more about the people around you once you focus on true fulfillment. Because money's made up, right? Money was made up by a couple of guys that wanted to make it in this world by controlling others, okay? You don't want to control others. You want to have genuine connections with others. You want to inspire others. Let's get some buttons for you, Sag. Oh. We have the primary colors here, kind of. In different shades, of course. Intense. We have the heart here right in the middle, which doesn't have as many opportunities. It's two-pronged instead of four-pronged. It has 2 holes instead of 4 holes. Maybe you haven't given people opportunities to love you. You have all of your necessary components here. You have the trifecta. You have the primary 3. You have an incredibly strong foundation. Except in love. Except in love. What I would be seeking is 444, but what you have is 424 or 442 even. You also have a whole number 10. So once you figure out how to get that 10 into a 12, this is what you need to be seeking is love. True love. Not superficial, not bought love. True love. I'm going to give you one more card because this button is calling me to give you some advice on how to seek true love. How can Sagittarius determine people or be inspired by true love? How can Sag find or be inspired by true love? Work on your shadow. Work on self-empowerment and ambition. Don't listen to other people's compliments. Do you feel good? Do you think you look good? Because you do. Any choice that you decide to wear, it should be your choice. What color shirt do you want to wear today? Where do you want to go to eat? You decide. Okay? And you need to collaborate and be productive. And not productive in the capitalist sense. Productive in love. Collaboration in love. Don't have a set list of physical attributes that you're looking for in your partner. Have a list of personality traits that you're looking for in your partner. Okay? Because once you take accountability, once you take full autonomy over who you are, you will have self-empowerment and ambition to find the right collaborations and to be productive in the right way in what you're seeking, which should be love. Should be love here. All right, Sagittarius, that was a reading. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.